and a podium, your all-access pass to the world of sport is right here. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Yeah, like I always say that, when you have to celebrate some of the greats that have really showcased what they're all about on the field of play, it's in moments like these that we take the great pride, as well as Primedia and all the other shareholders with regards to the show, to bring you exclusively live from Montecasino, blow by blow, what is going on. Everybody that's listening as well, 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and on Sowetan Live, good to have you on board. We are interactive. You can really capture what is going on. We'll also be sending out all sorts of things on social media platforms. But I can see so many people here. Let's get down to the business. The man that has brought everybody here is none other than Johnny Berger, who is the chairman of the SA Sports Hall of Fame, and he does it again like we did last year with Kaizam Daung at the center of it here. It's 2024. Welcome again. This is another big one. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. First and foremost, what a privilege to be interviewed by my ultimate presenter, Robert Marawa, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Johnny.
A lot of respect for you, and thank you for being here. It's just an historic evening.
I mean, you talk about historic evening. Last year, when we asked you, does this have legs? How long will this go on for? You said, listen here, my friend, this is going to be ongoing until maybe you and I are no longer on this earth.
Yeah, Robert, I must tell you, I mean, our core ideology is we say we celebrate these great achievements. Why? So that we can inspire our youth, and then we want to empower them to reach their full potential. Since the last time we've spoken, last year, in the interim, we've given 45 bursaries to talented children without resources. That's inspirational storytelling. We don't want to necessarily just change help South Africa. We want to change South Africa, and it starts with inspirational stories like tonight, where we share these stories and we bring hope to our future generation. It's a beautiful country, and we've got to make a difference.
Well, I think it's a beautiful story when you talk about the 45 that have been given that, but also you got to reflect back and you got to think about what has happened, what we've seen, the people that we've been able to see adorn the field of play through so many years. Tell us about the induction this year, because it's not just one person, it's a number of big names.
Well, soccer is such an integral part in our country. It's part of our history. It's part of what brings hope and inspiration to our nation. And there's just too many. So this is the Soccer Legends Part 1. Incredible heroes of yesteryear that we're going to induct tonight. And then obviously one lady by the name of Desiree Ellis. We're doing Teenage Ladla, and we do Ace and Selengo, and we do Shakes Mashaba and Jomo Sono, Lucas Radebe, Neil Tovey. These are people that changed the landscape of soccer in South Africa. These are the people that brought hope to a nation. Part 1, more to follow.
I love that. I mean, just the rollout of all of those names. When you talk about Neil Tovey, in front of us is a Mark Tovey. We're going to be chatting to him in just a while. Somebody that we haven't seen in a long time, the likes of Lucky Staliano. He's also here. We're going to be chatting to him and finding out more about it. And as we see people coming in, we'll draw them in. They'll be part and parcel of what we're doing here. And I look at this list, the table seating. It is the who's who of sport in South Africa that is there. Including everybody that's come through from the South African Football Association. They are there on that list as well. What stands out for you when you get so many people confirming here, Johnny, that they're going to be a part of this?
Well, by definition, I think what's a legacy? And that's to leave something bigger and longer lasting behind than just yourself. And I think people realize that. With all honesty, if I have to ask you who the Sportsman of the Year was last year, nobody can remember. In 100 years from now, these names will still echo through the passages of the Hall of Fame, and that's extra special. That is the ultimate achievement in South Africa.
And the induction is one thing. Do they get anything personal? I've been seeing you on social media. Somebody was saying that, do they get given anything, or is it the privilege of being inducted?
Well, I must tell you, if we have to go back 130 years, there's 134 Hall of Famers. So to become a Hall of Famer is extremely difficult. So the privilege to receive the highest accolade that can ever be given. We're talking about names of Gary Player, Nelson Mandela, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Desmond Tutu stood on the stage before he passed away, and he said, the biggest privilege in all my life was to be recognized in my own country, and that makes it special.
Johnny, we might call upon you later on. I know you've got to welcome a number of dignitaries that are coming through here. I'll let you go for now. But once again, congratulations. A great evening already. It's starting to cook beautifully right now.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Thanks.
That is the chairman of the SA Sports Hall of Fame, Johnny Berger, just chatting to us. And like I promised you, that as the guests keep coming through, and I'll tell you step by step, name by name, who it is that will be taking the center stage here. I'll start off with Mark Tovey. Mark, please. How are you doing, man? Good to see you. One of the many things that I was going to say to you is that you've disappeared. I know you live on the golf course. What's life been like? Obviously post-retirement, and then just having to watch your brother go through the steps of life, survive heart attack 1, heart attack 2. Maybe never told me about the rest of them, but he's a survivor. And today, he's going to be inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. What's your feeling?
I mean, I think the last time I saw you, Robert, was actually speaking to you on the telephone about his heart attack, which was a couple of years back. I mean, from putting through, which he actually died on the table. I'm sure you know about that.
Yeah.
So getting up from that and persevering, and which is fantastic, you know. With me, I haven't retired, because if you retire, you expire. So I'm still busy.
Ah, man, I love that. And just to keep, the energy, I was saying to Johnny, who's the chairman here, that the importance of this, and you as a sports legend here in South Africa, when you see something like this happening, and it's not just one. Last year it was one, it was Kazam Daung.
Yes.
This time around, it's about 5, it's about 6 legends and inductees. What's your feeling?
No, I mean, this is a special privilege to have on your shoulder. I mean, well done to Neil and all the other 4 or 5 candidates that's going to get the rewards tonight. Special.
Does it bring memories? I mean, you've got another legend here, Lucky Staliano.
Yeah. No, I think both of us would have liked to have had this in our era,
Sure.
But anyway.
What we will, because we have very good relationships with some of the people that do this, is to have a special segment, because you've also got to have, and I hate people being recognized posthumously when they are no more.
Yes.
For me, it's about the present. So there could be included a category that recognizes maybe even veterans, whatever it is. It's just about the wording, but it must happen. And I fully agree with you.
Yeah, agreed. And I'm not a veteran, I'm an experienced man.
He's an experienced man. He's not a veteran. I love it. Mark, good to see you. Thank you so much, man. Enjoy the evening. All right, another man who donned that Kaizer Chiefs jersey with all the pride in the world. Obviously, I was still pretty young, but I knew all about him. Lucky Staliano, good to see you, man. Welcome.
But thank you very much.
Sure. I mean, here we are amongst, the glitz and glam of Johannesburg, and I would say South African sport. What goes through your mind knowing that here tonight will be inducted some of the greatest that have kicked a ball?
Well, most importantly, it's been very carefully thought out, which I like, and well deserved. It's service to the nation, it's service to all the football lovers, irrespective of what club you played for. And I think it's absolutely important, because now this is promoting football. I think it's a big plus for soccer. It's about time it happened, and it's about time. It's not about recognition for one person or two. It's about recognizing their effort put into football in South Africa.
And you're absolutely right, though, because one thing that really stood out for me, and I know that I mentioned the word posthumously, and I don't think that South Africa did enough in praising Patrick Asentswelengo. I mean, he was inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame in the United States over 21 years ago in 2003. It's obviously taken us time, but it is happening. What's your feeling about that?
Now, I love Ace. Actually, I'm talking this evening on behalf of Ace.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I've prepared the way I know Ace. The man was absolutely awesome. There's this debate who is the greatest footballer ever in South Africa or ever played on the South African fields.
Yeah.
In my opinion and in my mind, and I'm sure the loving football follows him, the name Asentswelengo sticks out a mile. And as you say, unfortunately, Ace is not here with us. But at last, we're recognizing Ace as a football genius, and it's well earned.
I mean, 11 years playing in America.
Yeah.
This is somebody who, with Toronto Blizzards in Canada, Minnesota Kicks, Miami Toros, you name it, he was there.
Yes.
And played in South Africa when South Africa got to play against Argentina. And we won that game by 5-0, which showed our pedigree even back in those days. What does that say about the caliber of somebody who just during the off-season would come and play for Kaizer Chiefs?
Well, that's a question I'm talking about tonight. Is
okay, let me not spoil it.
Yeah. Ace didn't come in the off-season to play for us. Ace played for us and went to the off-season to play in America.
Yeah.
You know, he never left Chiefs. He never played for anybody else. One thing he did when he came back, we always made sure that we were in title contenders and stayed in the cup. And when Ace got back, the last 8-10 games, we took it further for us. But absolutely awesome talent. But I'll be discussing that this evening about his. But one thing about America, when he was inducted in the Hall of Fame, he was ranked 7th best player in Northern America, which is an awesome achievement. And as you say, played for several clubs, but pure genius on the field and off the field.
Jeez, I mean, he was even ranked alongside one of the greatest Brazilian legends, a man that led Brazil to the 1970 World Cup final trophy, arguably one of the best. And if you put the name of Ace Ntsoelengo alongside somebody like that, I mean, Carlos, for you and me and everybody else, is the greatest. So just as a final word on him, and I'm glad, I didn't even know that you're representing the Ntsoelengo family, and it was just me seeing you and saying, hey, you know what, we cannot not have you on the show. But just as a final word, as South Africa listens to you now, and you're in complete agreement with Clive Barker, because Clive Barker didn't mince his words. He said Ace Ntsoelengo was one of the greatest players ever in South Africa. He said Ace Ntsoelengo, he would rate him in the same mold as Zinedine Zidane. And at that stage, Zidane had just won a FIFA World Cup. So that's a mouthful.
There's several mouthfuls, you know, and it was all well earned. From the Argentinian coach, where we beat them here at the stadium. I'm going to quote the Argentinian coach this evening, what he said about Ace. And also the former SAFA president, Stix Morewe. He said there's only one way to describe Ace, the god of football. And that's not just fairly accurate, that is accurate.
Mapega Panzi, as he was known, the man who looked down, and he did. He made it look like he wasn't playing football at all. He made it look easy. Lucky, thank you so much. And I think they haven't found a better person than you to represent a man of the stature of Patrick Ace Ntsoelengo. I wish you all the best. We're going to be in there. We're going to be listening very closely. So good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Rob.
We'll do a microphone cheers.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's Lucky Staliano there joining us right here on hashtag MSW. It is buzzing a bit simply because there's so many people that are coming through, but we'll still try to get you the key interviews as they come in. As I said, I was just taking a big fat chance with Lucky Staliano, only to find that the man is going to be representing Ace Ntsoelengo's family. So no better place to be. We'll tell you blow by blow. There are still other luminaries that are lurking by. So Caitlin Swart in the background there, Banyana Banyana being represented. Let's not forget that Dr. Desiree Ellis is part and parcel of tonight's program. It is the 2024 edition of the South African Hall of Fame coming through live from Montecasino. And we've had already a couple of conversations. If you missed it, you can go to our social media platforms. We are there and we are live as well. You know what, guys? No greater feeling than still knowing that till and since this man hoisted the trophy back in 1996. South Africa have never ever won the Africa Cup of Nations ever since that particular time. It's not a surprise, it's not strange that today we find his name amongst the inductees. And I'm talking none other than my namesake. His name is also Robert, but we know him as Neil Tovey. Good to see you, sir. Welcome.
Hello, Rob. Very, very good.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. I feel very, very honored to be on the list with those icons, of the game, So, you never know when you embark on your career, you don't know where it'll take you one day, where it will lead you, the different paths. And I was very, very fortunate to get some good guidance when I was younger from my brother Mark, and obviously from coaches along the way. So, yeah, very, very privileged.
And you talk about the privilege, which is so rare, because this is a privilege that last year you and I were here and Kaizam Daung, Dr. Kaizam Daung was being inducted. Today you get to be amongst the luminaries as well. Yeah. What's your personal feeling knowing that as South Africa you get one of the highest honors in terms of sport?
Yeah, like I said, I just don't know why I'm here.
No, we know. We can tell you. We can give you a roll call of things.
Yeah, no, yeah. You look, I've been blessed with my career. So blessed, But there's a lot of accolades that have got to go out, namely the family, because the commitment and the sacrifice that gets taken on by the family is huge when you're a professional player, professional football, professional sportsman. You're away from home a lot of the time. They give you the time to go and do what you love. And I really, really love playing the game of football. And then it's all about you as an individual, how good you want to get, how great you want to get. It's all about hard work, a lot of hard work. I never had the talent with some of the guys that are on inductees tonight as well. But I had my own little qualifications.
You had your discipline, you had your leadership, you had a talent, and that is why you were one of the best defenders that South Africa's ever seen and ever had. And that is why I'm saying that nobody has ever lifted that Africa Cup of Nations trophy since the time that you did. But let me just touch on something very personal though, because again, we would not be standing here with Neil Tovey. You've gone through a number of heart attacks. You've had a number of scary moments that were, touch and go. We were not sure. You were dead for how many seconds?
For about 2.5 minutes. Yeah.
He was dead
that's
for 2.5 minutes.
Too all of
I know he jokes about it a lot, but that's exactly it. They had to pump him back into life, but but here you are now. You get to live the moment, Neil. This is not posthumous. This is the real thing.
Yeah, that's why you also have to celebrate when people are alive, I suppose, and not honor when they've passed on. And I'm very, very fortunate. And I had the moments where, as I said, I died for 2.5 minutes, and courage and strength and belief has brought me to today. It's 8 years on from that, but you just gotta keep in rhythm. You gotta live the life differently, in discipline, as you mentioned, and so it's great. You just gotta celebrate a lot of people when they're alive.
Neil Tovey, ladies and gentlemen, I got to thank you. I know that your other fellow cardiac arrest patient is also being inducted, Lucas Katebe. I haven't seen him here as well, but all I'm saying is that it might be tongue-in-cheek now because we get to celebrate the gentlemen because they are still here with us. But, for us, we also got to thank the man above for preserving you for us so that we can have a moment like this.
It's you and I. We've been through it, Rob.
I know. I want you to go in there, celebrate, have a really, really good time. And thank you always, Neil, for making yourself available. And congratulations once again.
Yeah, no, I would be amiss of me if I didn't thank, I will thank tonight a number of people, but also the fans, the football fans that came in their numbers and to the games in those days and appreciated us footballers, and it was an unbelievable sort of life that we led, knowing that the fans loved us, and that was very, very special.
Otherwise, you would not be Mkoko, right?
No. When you get a nickname, then you're a little bit blessed.
You love. They embrace you. We embrace you. South Africa embraces you. Neil Tovey, you're a superstar, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks very much.
Go in there and enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
okay?
I will do. Thanks very much.
So much.
Thank you.
All right. Great stuff indeed. That is Neil Tovey, the Bafana Bafana captain. Like I said, great luminaries that are popping in here. There is Ephraim Shakes Mashaba. We're going to be bringing him in as well. The great coach of Bafana Bafana, talking about that under 17 coach. He's done it at under 23 level. He's literally done it all. But right now, though, let's put you in the picture because there's a certain Dr. Desiree Ellis who's also going to be inducted. She's a 4-time African Cup of Nations, or CAF woman And that's the important thing. You know, when you are the coach of the year in women's football, that is what matters. And I see some of the other former stars of women's football in the coaching departments, the likes of Fran Hilton-Smith. But standing in front of me is the number one goalkeeper for Banyana right now, Kaylin Swart. Good to see you. Welcome.
Hi, Robert. Thank you. I'm surprised to see you here.
Why?
Well,
Why?
not surprised, but I'm happy to see you.
Always good to see you. Always good to see you. And Kaylin, I think a moment like this must inspire somebody like you.
Absolutely. And I think this is an occasion of obviously celebration, but it's also a milestone because, I mean, Coach Des, she's the only female on the panel to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. And I think it's so incredible. And I think now, you know, just her being up there, I think it's also going to pave the way for the future, you know. Hopefully some of us, you know, players and more females will be inducted. But yeah, it's amazing, and I'm just here to, you know, celebrate her and give her flowers, but also just be a part of the team, on behalf of the team, and just know that she has our support. And I mean, she's made us better players, and I'm hoping we made her a better coach. I mean, otherwise she wouldn't be here. So, but yeah, I just hope that she appreciates, you know, the love and the appreciation from the nation. But yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. I'm so happy for her.
I mean, for you, who's been under her guidance, the tutelage for such a long time now, a couple of weeks ago we were talking about you being an infield player, then you became the goalkeeper and you were scouted and all of those things, which really sound true as a South African right now. But you've gone through to WAFCON, you've managed to win that for the very first time in South Africa under her guidance. She's been able to win 4 times, the most prestigious on the African continent, as the coach of the year, which means something as well. So it's not just South Africans now today saying they recognize her. The continent has done that, and I think even FIFA.
100%, and I think it's due. It's due. I mean, she's really paved the way for herself, but also for us as players. Like I said earlier, she made us better players, but I believe we've made her a better coach and also a better person. I mean, she's a great leader. She knows exactly what's needed from us, and we know what we expect from her. So, yeah, for her to get her flowers, not just at home, but, you know, around the world, it speaks volumes, but also shows how much we've grown as a nation, not just, you know, women's football, but overall. And it also shows that what she...
You're popping some bars here. You're saying there's more to come. So you're using the word there's. And I hope that so a big one for you that's going to be happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you're going to be announcing the squad.
Yes.
Off to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Are you expected there, or are they doing a rotation? What's your feeling? What are they saying?
I'm actually not sure. I don't think any of us know which direction she's going, and you know, sometimes we just have to respect her wishes and decisions. But whatever happens, if I'm in the team, if I'm not in the team, I'm always going to be a part of, you know, this in the spirit, and make sure that I support the team as best as I can. But yeah, God willing, if I make the team, we're off to Jamaica, and I mean, that's such an exciting trip, you know, going to the island and enjoying it. But yeah, who knows? But I think it will be a good trip for us because, you know, we're also leading up to the AFCON now. So there's a lot that needs to be put into place. So I think this is just one of the steps that's needed to, you know, get the results that we want at the end of the day.
Well, good luck. Good luck. I'm sure you're going to be in there. Nobody wants to stay behind, you know, on a flight to Jamaica. As you said, island life is different right there. So you hear about it, now you're going to be experiencing it. So everything of the best, but a quick compliment from my side. We've been watching you on television. You've been at center and the heart of a lot of what's happened in the UEFA Champions League. You've been a very, very good analyst. And to see you amongst the panelists makes a lot of us proud who have always believed in your talent. So congratulations on that as well.
Thank you so much. That means more to me than you'll understand. But I appreciate that, and I hope that I can just grow and be as big as you one day.
You're the global superstar here.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it right now, and I just hope that, it keeps on growing, and that I'm able to, put myself across, and I just want to be myself. I don't want to be anyone other than me. So if that transcends within the TV, then I'm happy. But thank you, I appreciate that compliment.
She's got this, guys. She's got this. She's got it sorted here. Kaylin, thank you very much.
Thank
indeed.
you so much.
Go out
Thank
and
you.
enjoy.
Thank you.
Go out and enjoy the evening. That's our number one goalkeeper for Banyana Banyana, the Kaylin Swart. Just giving a breakdown, because in the absence of Desiree Ellis right here, we will be able to say to you that Coach Des will be on his way, on her way. And I'm saying that Shakes Mashaba is on his way here, simply because Mshaka, and he's standing so far away from you. This man is a man who I think he should have fought Tyson last weekend. That is the right person who should have fought Tyson. He's still as strong and agile and fit as can be. Mr. Mashaba, good to see you. Looking very good.
Thank you, Mr. Marawa, after a long time.
I know.
A very long time. I know you've been trying to get hold of me, but now you've got me. That's from now it's going to go on. Thanks, man.
I know that from your side, there's been a lot that has been happening. My first word to you, Mr. Ephraim Shakes Mashaba, is congratulations. You are being inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame in 2024. What's your feeling?
Thank you, Mr. Marawa, and listeners. May I please start off here? I would like to send heartfelt condolences to the Muripe family. I mean, it's another baobab tree has fallen down, eh? That man has done so much in football, and what I used to like about him, quiet, always smiling, but what else except to say, may your soul rest in peace.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the tributes that we had reserved for the end of the show. Masterpieces Moripe. At least we know that in terms of memory, there's an entire stadium that is named after him, and it was named after him while he was still alive. So it's not something that people are going to hurriedly want to do. It is there already. So, Mr. Mashaba, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And I come to a living legend like you. What does tonight mean?
Let me start off here before I tell you what does tonight means.
Yeah.
Maybe it will tell you before. When I got this invite, my daughter, Nontlantla, says, have you seen this on your phone? I said, no. She comes and she shows me, I see invite, inducted into the Hall of Fame. I was so excited, Mr. Mara. I went out, there's a pool next to the door here.
Yeah.
I fell in the pool, boom. I fell into the pool, boom. That's how much excited I was.
Oh, wow.
And my grandsons come pick me up saying, Nkulu, how do you want to drown yourself when there's so much achievement in your career? But
that's a human feeling.
Yeah.
That's a human feeling.
I'm telling you, I agree with you. But another thing, I've been attending funerals, I've been attending meetings where people like the Minister of Sports, where the premiers and everybody are there. Everybody, when was called onto the podium, Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so. But when they call Mashaba, it's only Shakes Mashaba. And I say, how does one get to receive this doctorate? I'll get it one day, unaware that this is coming. But this is too big. Too big. I don't think there's still something that one will ask for this. This is a legacy. It's not an ordinary thing. People will always point fingers and say, oh, who you know? Coach Bafana. People don't understand, Robs. I coached Orlando Pirates. I coached Morocco Swallows.
And you played.
And I played for the two teams.
Yes.
And I won trophies.
And you coached under 17. And you coached under 23. And you coached Bafana Bafana. They dismissed you. They brought you back. And they dismissed you again. But your legacy and your foundation will never ever go anywhere. That game against Brazil that we all talk about all these years is still there. You might have been again suspended there sitting in the grandstand, but you were part of that team. And it's for that, whether it was all Africa games that were being played here or anywhere else, Mr. Mashaba, all we are saying today is that you deserve all of this that you're getting.
No, thanks a lot, Rob. I know that there are people who know what is yesteryear. There are people who have seen this. And what I would say to people, this is one of my achievements, best, highest I don't think there's anything about this, because it talks about my journey from where I come from, amateur football. And I heard you saying I coached under 12s. We went to England. We went to play final. I coached the under 17s. There's no national team that I didn't coach. That alone tells you a lot.
You're going to be coaching the Springboks one of these days. Huh?
That is what is left. But I'll show you pictures. When I wanted to join the technical, there is no game of the Springboks that played I didn't attend when I was still a coach.
Oh, wow.
Because it was more of the same thing. Our aim and their aim was the same thing. But I'm happy for them. What they're doing, Robert, it's not a child's play.
But that is why, Mr. Mashaba, we need you on a Friday to come and be celebrated on the Legends Show. So we will convince you here tonight. We'll set a date before the end of the year for you to be in studio. We have to take a break, and I want you to go find your seat. I see so many top names here, but I thank you, I appreciate you, and I congratulate you, sir. Well done.
I'm getting angry when you say you're seeing top names here.
No, but you are here first. So they're at the bottom.
Yeah, no, thanks.
They're at the bottom of the top because you are here first.
No, okay.
Yeah, so that clears the air.
I'm always hitting the first, eh?
Ladies and gentlemen, Shakes Mashaba.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you very, very much indeed. He is an inductee for tonight at the SA Sports Hall of Fame, live from Montecasino. If you're joining us live, don't wonder about the noise in the background. It's just the ambience, it's the interviews, it's the who's who in sport that have really flooded this foyer at Montecasino. Don't go anywhere. It's a very rare occasion that you can, under one roof, be able to name the Mark Tovies of this world, the Kalen Swartz of this world, the Lucas Khatebes, Ephraim Shakes Mashaba, Jomo Sono, Teenage Dladla, all under one roof. And that's exactly what's happening today. Others might not be getting inducted, others definitely will be getting inducted. And somebody who is already been seen by institutions and named and given an honorary doctorate, Dr. Jomo Sono, is here with me now. And today he gets to be also inducted into the South African Sports Hall of Fame. Doc, good to see you.
Good to see you, Rob. Good to see you, my friend.
Is this the one? Is this the big one? Sports Hall of Fame, what does it mean to you?
Robbie, I think this is a big one.
Yeah.
You know, it's bigger than the doctorates of this world. Because to be inducted in the Hall of Fame while you're still alive is something very big.
Yeah.
In any country and in any sportsman's dreams. I am humbled in the sense that we are being given our flowers while we are still alive. Normally in South Africa you get your flowers when you're dead.
Yes.
And you don't know what to do with those flowers. But today, you know, I'm really touched. Also with the attendance of the people here.
Yeah.
And it shows it's a big event. And to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, there is nobody who can buy the Hall of Fame to take off Jomo Sono. You know, you can't buy that.
Yeah.
So I'll be in that Hall of Fame for the rest of my life, and even the next life I'll still be in the Hall of Fame.
I was going to say generation onto generation onto generation. There is nothing anybody can do to remove any of the names.
It doesn't matter how powerful, how much money you got, you cannot remove that name. That name will be there for, like you said, generation after generation. And I feel very, very honored to be here.
I'd want to obviously talk a lot about you, but at the same time, I'm equally touched when you talk about a posthumous announcement of somebody who was inducted into the United States of America Hall of Fame back in 2003 already. Patrick Pula Easton Solango, somebody that you are very close to. He spent 11 years playing in America. You joined in America. You guys played together. You came back with visions and insights and formed a Jomo Cosmos because of the learnerships. And, you know, Dr. Kezam Dawn came back and formed Kaiser Chiefs based on the learnership in the Americas. Them honoring Ace as well. What's your feeling? Because you guys were pretty close.
You know, to be honest, when you talk about Ace, being honored today. Words fail me because, very emotional. We were very, very close friends and teammates as well in the South African first 11. And, when I saw his name and I said, I hope Ace will be singing in his grave and say thank you and thank you. Unfortunately, God took him before this event. It would have been nicer to have two of the greatest players of South Africa, Jomo and Ace, standing together, being honored in the Hall of Fame. But I will represent Ace. I will represent him today. And I'll say, Mabega Pansi, you were the best.
And I hope you do, if you get a chance to be on stage, which I'm sure you will, just to share with the audience some of the many stories that you've been able to tell us and your American twangs and everything else that you guys were able to get up to as younger players and as younger people in the world. There's a lot to talk about there.
If I get an opportunity, I'll do that. You know me, I don't do that. I love telling stories.
And again, I mean, a name that I might have left out is Nelson Botsotso Teenage Dladla. The famous jersey number 11, the famous touchline hugger in football in this country. I don't think we show him enough respect in South Africa.
Robbie, when you talk of teenage, I think football life was not fair to teenage because if you I would always compare teenage Dladla with Ace and Jomo Sono at all times. And because there was no respect for him in the country, if you recall, when I took over the national team, I invited him to come as one of the
teams. The technical team.
He was in the technical team, so he needed that because the guy has done so much for the country, And I still say the three of us were the best players, including the late Master Peaches Morocco. May his soul rest in peace. I mean, I spoke about Master today. He should be honored as well. I mean, the guy was out of this world, but unfortunately, I will represent all those who have passed on because I'm still alive.
Yeah, I was saying that, the likes of Abopra, Steve, Kalamazumo, Koni, he had to spend so much time overseas. The latter part of his life he spent in Washington and Seattle before he passed away. And it took a lot of time, Dr. Sono, for people to really know who on earth he was.
Yeah, but Robert, the people who are running our football are people who are running football for themselves. They don't care about what footballers have done. I mean, as you know, I was also very close to Dr. Steve Kalamazoo. I mean, he was treated like a piece of nonsense here in this country. Yeah. But hopefully, things will change soon. We're all praying. Things will change soon.
Do you think it is going to change?
It will change.
It will.
It will change. We cannot stay in those positions until we're 200 years old.
Yeah.
You can't stay in that position and you can't stay in that position and not knowing what's happening at the grassroots level. Come on. It's not on. But time, I always believe in time.
It takes care of everything, eh?
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
It will.
Joe, I don't know, maybe your final words to so many of your supporters that are out there listening to this broadcast right now. You are here just a couple of minutes before everybody gets ushered into the hall to receive your accolades.
Robert, I'm very, 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 very humbled. I came with all my daughters to come and see. Umsebenzi wami lo bongenza ukuthi ngingahlale in HRD. Ngihambe ngigijimisa ibhola, so today they will be able to see that this is what this guy has been doing.
Yes.
Bangaboni when I'm dead and people coming to the funeral, so many people coming to my funeral and say, "Oh, kanti lo muntu bekasebenza kangaka." Now they will see it while I'm still alive.
Sure. The famous jersey number 10, the famous man who turned his magic on, the man who stood on the ball, the man who could take dead ball situations directly into the back of the net, the man who could do almost anything with the football and represented his country. I mean, I talked briefly earlier on about the Argentina game, And Ace was such an integral part of that Argentina game. People thought, hey, you know, the people come through here.
Yes,
what's
man.
gonna 5-0?
Yes, man. That was a highlight of our career, both of us, when we hammered Argentina 5-1.
Yeah.
And Ace created all the goals for me, and I created for him 1 goal. You know, unbelievable, because I was playing more as a striker. I was behind me, so I had to finish. But later on, I said to him, "Nee, man, gaan voor, ik zal achterkom." So he went forward, and I came from the back, and I created a goal for him. And our relationship goes a long way, you know. And also to thank Kaiser Chiefs for letting me speak in his funeral. You know, they let me speak on his funeral. Uyabona lento le?
Into Leeds, Lenny. Hey.
Umthatho.
Oh, okay, Imtato. Jomo Sono, thank you so much indeed. He's being eliminated from his position by the great Lucas Katebe, the jersey number 5 here. Lucas. We've got big cameras here, but yeah, we you know, I know you've just come back from Leeds, you know. You know, you come from Leeds, and you know. How are you doing, sir? You good?
I'm doing well. Now seeing you, I mean, it's even better.
Okay, let's look at the time here because we can't overrun. We got exactly 3 minutes left. We just thought we have to drag you in here because it's such a big moment in South African sporting history. You are here, Teenage Glada is here, Patrick Esensolango being honored posthumously. We've got Desiree Ellis also here. We've got Lucas Katebe, the man that's standing right next to me here. Hey, what's your feeling? Congratulations.
Thank you, Matoput. I think it's a great feeling. I think the best thing is that. I wish my parents were here, but unfortunately I've got my other family, you know, which I think it makes it even more special, you know, to be able to rub shoulders. I mean, you were mentioning the great Jomo Sono, you know, the late Patrick Esensolango, and to be standing next to them, I think for me it's a great honor, you know, and this is one accolade that I think it will stick with me forever. Just to be appreciated, to play, to having representing the country in the best way I can.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about representing the country, it has a lot of things to do.
Johnny.
Yeah, we're just saying that. Yeah, sorry, we're just trying to sort out sound-related issues there, just for them to drop it so people can hear you. I mean, your life, I always say you're more celebrated at Leeds than you are in South Africa. Just your recent trip again showed that. Lucas, you think slowly but surely South Africans are getting to a point where they can actually celebrate you even more now.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I think this will actually inspire the current and the aspiring footballers to realize that, you know, what they do, it's not just about anything else, but it's about giving back, you know, to where they come from. And as well, you know, their contribution towards the game, because you know what football has done to this country. It's brought people together, you know, and it really put us in a pedestal where we are seen to be role models and icons, which is absolutely amazing. And it's just merely by doing the best you can and showing, you know, the courage and the passion, you know, in the field of play, which I think for me it's the greatest honor.
I mean, you talk about the greatest honor. I mean, I'm moved by what is happening here today on many different levels, because we got 2 former captains of Bafana Bafana here who are going to be inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame, and 2 of probably, you know, the most loved of a generation that were producing success as well. What do you wish for Lucas Katebe moving forward? Hey, do you still want to be SAFA president?
You know, I've always said, Robert, that, you know, what football gave me, you know, I want to give back, especially where I've started in my country, in South Africa, from ICL Bears, Kaiser Chiefs, and then
Bob Solbo. Don't forget Bob Solbo when you were a goalkeeper there.
I mean, those were the stepping stones, you know, where people didn't know you. You know, you had to make a name for yourself. But But Rob, not forgetting the fans, because these people have been behind us all along.
Yeah.
We are where we are today because of their support, their encouragement, and the passion of the game. And you guys as well, the media and everybody else. I'd like to say thank you very much, because to be honest, in my career, it's a dream, to be here today and being celebrated in a way that is absolutely different, and in a way that I'm appreciated and respected in this country. Surely, people are getting it right now. And it's surely that
I just wonder,
maybe, yes, Robert, I want to give back.
So you're ready to be self-president?
You know what? For me, position is not important, Robert. As long as I can give back.
I'm giving you the position. I'm giving you the position. The position is to be president. Are you willing to be?
Robert, I've been working hard at the moment. I've just come back from school, actually.
I love that. Because you got to empower yourself, so that it's not because, hey, I am Lucas Kadebe, I want that position. So I'm very proud to hear that you're empowering yourself educationally.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, these opportunities for ex-players, because, you at some point, we need to play a role, in our football, and I think some of the roles that we need to play, we need to upskill ourselves and empower ourselves to make sure that, once you get that opportunity, you fit in, and you can still learn from that. But
you'll come back and you'll tell us about the leadership.
Absolutely.
But for tonight, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you,
ladies and gentlemen. Lucas Kadebe, former Bafana Bafana captain, a stalwart, a leader at Leeds United as well. He is heralded there at Ellen Road like no other. Guys, we've been very honored, very privileged to be here. An hour seemed like 5 minutes, because the big names, the celebrities, the inductees just keep rolling in. The event is just about to start now. I hope we've delivered the best we can to give you a visual picture of what is going on. Check out all our socials. We'll make sure that it all happens. Catch us again tomorrow. Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
From the pitch to the podium, your all-access pass to the world of sport is right here. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.